always also trying to understand modern dating just as the next woman. Here are some things that I'm thinking about when it comes to dating. Fall into the concept of wanting love or falling in love. Understand the concept of relationships, why it works and why it doesn't. Also, if you think about it, if you got into a relationship, what do you want? It just doesn't like you enough, and that's okay. Things that I've come to realize about men is that they really do not know everything that they want. We idolize the version of a man that believes that because he wants me, then that means he's so dignified in his choice and he really knows what he wants. This is another point that I am going to make an entire video on, but seeing men as human beings. I do think that the concept of men and how we see them sometimes in the romantic aspect is that we expect them to be performers. We expect them to sort of almost put their emotion aside and act like a man. And this is not a standard or expectation that is only viewed by women for men. It is also a standard that even men uphold other men to. A man cannot be seen as weak. A man cannot be seen more meek than another woman. A man just has to be a very strong, upholding person with a certain emotion to display and others to suppress. One of the things that I have to put in your mind is that these are the men that sat beside us in class, that picked their nose, that acted like little kids. They were very troublesome. They acted out of character in the way in which we see romantic partners. But these are the men that are now going into the world and they're being held to a standard where it's like it's not that necessarily they were put through a school where they needed to learn how to be the men that society expects them to be. And I will talk on that in another video. So I always feel like sometimes the reason why you don't get what you want is because you're asking a man to be a man in the aspect of how everybody views a man to be, and you're not looking at the human and wondering what limitations they have, how they view the world, how they can uphold or take care of your needs, or maybe sometimes the lack thereof. We saw men as men, sometimes maybe we will pity them more than we will actually expect more from them. The idea of pushing them to be more, pushing them to change. Number three, have money, have standards, have boundaries, have communication skills, have disdain. Romance wouldn't solve your life issues.